everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time for another new perfumes video. Now that we are in the autumn, all the brands are getting ready for Christmas and so releasing all their new perfumes ready to compete for Christmas #1. So we have lots of new ones coming out all the time. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes. So if you're not subscribed already, then do subscribe, join me. I have new perfume videos every week, and put your requests in the comments down below, and I do try and do your requests and I do reread all your comments. So without further ado, let's get into some of these new perfumes. So first of all, we have a new one from Dolce Gabbana, Dolce Peony. This has been out for a few weeks, so you might have seen it already, but I just thought I'd cover it in this video. The branding around this is really pretty, I think, with all the flowers and peonies. And this is another one in the range from Dolce, which are all really very floral. Now, what I would say about this one is, though it does have peony in, I wouldn't say that it's particularly the dominant note. So what they've included in here is a Mirabelle plum. So that plumminess for me is definitely the dominant note in this fragrance. And I guess you've got that purple bottle as well. It's very plummy. You've also got pear and honey, which both really work together and really complement the plumminess. So I think this is my favorite from the range. I find some of the other Dolces a bit too floral, like almost like a potpourri floral, whereas this with that fresh peony mixed with the plum makes it a bit more modern, a bit sweeter. The only thing to say about this is it performs almost like an eau de toilette, so you are going to want to be topping this up throughout the day. It also has patchouli, rose, freesia, so it does have plenty of florals in it like the others, but it really is that honey plum that dominates. And I love plum. I just think it's so warm in the winter months. Sort of spray this on a scarf and wrap it around you, and I really like the purple bottle as well. So next we have a new one from Valentino, which is Valentino Donna Born in Roma, and this is of course a continuation of their Donna range of perfumes. I've done a whole review on this, which I'll leave linked down below, as with other ones. But basically this is probably my favorite from the whole Donna range, and that's because it has blackcurrant in. It's kind of like a liqueur blackcurrant, and there's also a sort of bourbon-y vanilla as well. You've got wood, you've got cashmere, you've got jasmine tea. It feels very wintry and warm and nice, but then that blackcurrant just gives it that sweet, sexy edge that you'd want, especially from a Valentino perfume. And I think this is slightly different to the other Donnas. It's just that little bit more sweeter, a little bit more edgier, and with those sort of alcoholic liquor-y type notes in it. It feels like a really good evening perfume, and I really like the branding in the bottle. I just like the whole package really, so this is definitely one to try if you like Valentino. Next is a new one from Bvlgari. We have Splendida, Tubereuse, Mystique. There is a whole range of perfumes like this in the sort of Splendida range. They're all quite heavy and quite strong, and this Tubereuse one is no exception. So it really is like a concentrated, strong Tubereuse perfume. They've got vanilla in here and myrrh as well, which gives it a sort of oriental vibe to the fragrance, plus some blackcurrant and some sort of green, spicy green notes. So basically there are no fresh notes in here. There's nothing fruity and light. This is very deep, syrupy, aromatic tuberose. I think this whole range from Bvlgari are all quite good for lasting. They're really intense perfumes, very winter, very luxurious. You know, the branding is all velvet and deep colors, and that's very much how the perfume makes you feel. I think it would be fine day or night time. It needs a certain kind of person that wants to be like a heavy tuberose to wear this. And I'd say that the myrrh element in it can add an almost, not medicinal vibe, but it adds a particular note that you don't smell that much in a lot of perfumes. So definitely try this, or if you like any of the other ones, or if you're a Tubereuse fan, then I think you will like this. And it's a good cost-effective way of getting strong Tubereuse without paying for a really expensive niche Tubereuse perfume. Next we have the new Euphoria from Calvin Klein, Euphoria Blush. This is raspberry and blackberry, so some nice fruits there with a bit of orange as well. But it's also quite chocolatey, and mixed with that classic Euphoria smell of amber and florals, the chocolate makes this warm and wintry, I'd say, but then the sweetness of the blackberry and raspberry make this fun and young. So I think this is a really welcome addition to the Euphoria range. Some of the flankers have been a bit like not that exciting, but I do really like this. I think it'll do well, and because it's an eau de parfum, Euphoria is relatively good for lasting, and I think the price points are usually quite good value for money. So if you like that signature Euphoria smell, and I've done a whole review all about Euphoria, which I'll leave linked down below, then I think this blush one is a nice modern twist on it. We have a new perfume from Jennifer Lopez, Promise. You might have seen last week she was in the Versace show in her signature jungle dress that she wore 20 years ago. I can't believe that was 20 years ago. And at the same time, she's released this new perfume, Promise. This is a really pretty, nice perfume, would be really good for the office. If you just want something nice and pretty, reasonably priced, I'd recommend this. It's a woody honeysuckle, but it has amber and cashmere in, which gives it an almost powdery muskiness to it. Think Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely, think like a much more floral Narciso Rodriguez, very sort of plain but in a nice way, in an inoffensive way. You know, if you were a doctor or a nurse or you know, this would be very appropriate to wear for work. So I think this is a really safe perfume from her, but I think it will do well just because it's quite universal. And then lastly, we have a new perfume from Christina Aguilera. I love Christina Aguilera. I was a huge fan in my teens, and she has so many perfumes. I think this is her 17th or 18th perfume, and it's called Xperience. In case you're not aware, she uses X in everything. Like X Tina is short for Christina. It's just her brand, and this is Xperience. It's kind of a green floral with a bit of oriental to it. So there's hawthorn and orange blossom, and then a woody amber with frangipane. So it's fairly generic. It's obviously not really strong, hence the price point, but it is sort of like a pretty floral with an oriental edge to it, a woody edge to it, ambery edge to it, which makes this a little bit more interesting. But I'd say this is still a daytime, easygoing perfume. Again, good for work, rather than a nighttime one, because it doesn't have any sweetness or syrupiness to it. It's very clean, floral. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you've tried any of these new ones. As always, I'll leave them linked down below as soon as I can find the links when they come out, so you can check them out, US and UK links. Let me know when you try them in the comments down below, which ones you're excited for, and of course subscribe if you're not already, and give the video a thumbs up if it was helpful. But that's it, guys, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.